Hallo ihr da draußen und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Das kam jetzt eine Weile lang nicht mehr. Lag daran, dass ich einfach keine Zeit hatte im Moment generell zum Aufnehmen, weil alles was ich hier mache ist ja auf Vorrat und irgendwie komme ich nicht dazu. Ich weiß nicht, ob wir direkt hier vom Salon gestanden sind, aber ich würde sagen, wir huschen mal rein.
To the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood.
Ja, sieht ganz schön
Harden
aus.
was waiting for me. And
Oh.
wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Harden was a killer.
Okay.
By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. Fathers and husbands, brothers and sons, men with families who cared about them. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
God damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
Ja, ich muss mich da wieder ein bisschen einspielen.
They knew, as most of them were wanted as well. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Harden wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Harden's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their Jefe of my unwelcomed presence.
Ich muss mich erst wieder ein bisschen einspielen. Also sorry, wenn es nicht gerade so gut läuft. Da. Oh, neues Level. Ich habe gesagt, ich skill die Flinte. Das eigentlich nicht. Nein, noch drücken verbessern.
Stop that son of a bitch!
So, hier ist eine Waffe.
Let the boys know we got another law dog.
Wenn das gesagt. Gut von mir aus. Da vorne habe ich einen gesehen. Okay.
I wondered if Bob was among them.
Ich brauchte mal wieder Gewehrmuni. Aber hier liegt irgendwie nichts rum. Ja, vielleicht findet man ja demnächst was.
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better.
Ach, jetzt sind wir hier in der Stadt.
Before I could test my mettle against Harden, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Kill that stupid son of a bitch!
So. Das ist jetzt hier. Wo ist denn der Sack? Ach, da ist noch einer. War da nicht rechts noch einer? Ah, da.
I think I already mentioned that I found Harden in this very saloon.
Ich brauche echt Gewehrmuni. Gut, spiel mal ein bisschen Revolver.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to casino.
Oh Mann. Ich bleib doch beim Gewehr.
In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
Ja, Silas, die ist hier auch da. Oh, mit noch einer.
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West. I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Ja, jetzt dürfen wir auch noch ausweichen.
That man was faster than greased lightning, but being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless Avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Ja. Das war ein lustiges Level und jetzt können wir auch noch ausweichen bei den Duellen. Also ihr merkt schon, da kommt immer mehr dazu und es wird immer schwieriger und ich glaube, wir hätten uns jetzt gegenseitig beide getötet mit dem Schluss, aber Cutscenes sei Dank leben wir noch.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation. A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven. Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death. Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution, and were more than willing to die for him.
Wow.
They
Mal sehen,
saw
wo die
me
jetzt hin.
before I saw them.
Hä? Ich dachte, da kommen jetzt noch mehr. Das hätte dem so gepasst, dass es getroffen hätte.
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting has started, there was no backing down.
Es war knapp. Und zwar ziemlich. Wollte eigentlich nachsehen, ob da drin was ist. Ja, Munition. Nö. Ich denke, ich bin glücklich mit dem, was ich habe. Ach ja, ich finde die Bluteffekte schön.
The winter home of the Chiricahuas. And that's why they had retreated there. I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of those. Muss ich denn lang hier? Wahrscheinlich.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Ja, es läuft sogar ganz gut. Ach ja, ich mag das Gewehr.
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
Das kenne ich. Weil er einfach nur stur ist. Ach da. Guck. Ich bin abgerutscht. LOL! Egal. War klar, dass sowas passiert. Säge. Machen wir es eben gleich so. Ey. Dass dem eingefallen ist, dass er nicht stirbt durch den Schuss.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit. They had torches on the walls.
So, wo ist denn der jetzt?
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
Ich dachte, da wäre noch einer.
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
Geister.
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Einmal wird das da unterbrochen, das kann es ja wohl nicht sein.